Hey, how's it going everybody? Cow Kings here for another fantastic video, and we're back to doing some Cringypastas. That's right, Cringypastas. Now as always, this is all in good, lighthearted fun. If I'm jabbing or making jokes, it's just because I'm fucking around. Don't take anything too seriously, and everything is targeted towards the story, not the actual person themselves. I'm sure that with time and effort that everybody improves. And even if I don't personally like the story, that doesn't mean to say it's bad or that other people don't like it. Once again, I'm just some stranger on the internet, so don't take my riffing to heart. And by the way, I will provide the links starting today to the stories I upload. If I don't, always remind me and I will get to that. So, this is Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires Creepypasta, the mysterious Create a Warrior from online. Well, this happened when I was playing a regular game of Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires. It was a night going to dawn, because I use ally, sleep really early in the morning. This was a really creepy experience, but it's not as similar experiences as those who had their Dynasty Warriors creepypastas. No, this is way different. This is the Bandicoot Kingdom. As you know, I love making creative warriors as well, so I started by choosing the fictional scenario, adjusted the gameplay, played on normal difficulty, and picked my very own character, created Bandicoot Kingdom. Then I choose Nanzong as their homeland. You know, of course, they're tribals too. For your information, I've also given the Bandicoot specific Chinese names. Crunchy Huo, Crunch, Kao Crashu, Crash, Kai Zukuku, Coco. Sorry, I'm a nasty fuck. Then the game begins, and of course, as this text on this, you'll see why it's so hard to read. The text in the background is just not flattering. Of course, as the gamer of the game, I'm a pacifist in this types of games. I always choose look to strength 10, power and wealth. Or if that what it says, watch other forces invade and make alliances with each other. Of course, I always play leader, which is Crunchy Huo. I kept using same war counseling until Kai Kreshu suggested that I take a land. Man, the text behind here is not flattering, dude. It's so tiny. You'll see what I'm talking about, dude. This is just hard to read. I always listen to my subordinates' suggestions as well. So as I made alliances by sending my strategist Kai Zukuku, I also did skirmishes and later invasions of the land. I had taken down probably 2 to 3 kingdoms until one time while I was recruiting officers, I came upon this officer, create a warrior officer named Satan. Well, I was signed in, so I figured it was probably from the other users who just uploads random creative warriors for fun, because usually I encounter creative warriors that aren't made by me when I'm signed in. But this creative warrior called Satan has, of course, an evil fame type, but something about this creative warrior seems to give me the feeling of dread. Well, I just ignored it as if nothing would happen. Later gameplays. I had a level 5 weaponry level and level 6 training level, with probably 50 plus gold. Although I took a quick look at the employment of officers, Satan, Creative Warrior, is not there anymore. So I thought that it probably traveled to another land and stayed there. No, I was wrong. It seems that he employed himself in Dongzhuo's kingdom, which is located very far. Motherfucker, my ass of a partner just poured water all over me. It is now wiping on my shirt. Very far from my land. Ah! What a dickhead.
Yeah, so what?
Which is located. Where the fuck even am I now?
Wow.
Which is located very far from my land. Probably in Beiping. Worst of all is that Dongzhuo had Lubu as well. Of course I was like, meh. So I continued on.
What?
I was like, meh. So I continued on with the Bandicoot campaign. Alliance with many forces surrounding me. The horror begins when Dongzhuo makes his move. He starts invading lands, successfully taking them one by one. I was quite shocked because no force could take loads of lands that swift. As if after each turn I finish, one land has been claimed and a kingdom falls, along with its officers. Now the tyrant has half of China, probably East China itself. The scary thing about it is that Dongjua allies with my neighboring allies and waits for my alliance to expire with them. Then the tyrant, Dongjua, successfully manipulates them into invading my territory, with Satan, Creator Warrior, as Dongjua's strategist, and Lu Bu as marshal. Sorry, dude, I'm having a hard time breathing for some reason, guys. I really apologize about that, for real. Another creepy thing is that when I am defending the Bandicoot's land, it seemed that both Lu Bu and Satan are sent as reinforcements to aid my invaders. Of course, I always manage to defend the land, but with a heavy casual aftermath. My officers have lost 80% of their men, including myself, due to Satan's stratagems called base fire, which sets a certain base on fire but targets my undefended main camp every time. Then Satan uses another stratagem that closes castle doors and trapping my allies inside. I tell you, this Creator Warrior of Satan is really annoying. It seems I saw through the plot. Satan uses a strategy to trap anyone inside the castle. If Lu Bu is inside, then I could just hear my allies with messages of saying they are struggling. So I got tired of this and commanded both Kai, Crashul, and Zukoko to escort me, Crunchy Huo, so that we will face this demon together as well as Lu Bu himself. So I gathered up 2 of my sworn siblings, both Crash and Coco, let them stay by my side at all costs to prevent them from dying in the hands of any of my 2 worst enemies. As we were breaking through the enemy forces going after any of the 2, as we are reaching for Lu Bu, he just literally retreated. I thought of this as cowardly acts. Why in the world of all warriors would Lu Bu just retreat like that? Then Satan was on our way. The 3 of us almost defeated Satan.
Satan?
Yeah.
Why is there Satan?
In Dynasty Warriors.
The fuck?
Yeah, buddy, it doesn't. No,
Satan doesn't. Devil shit does not equate to, oh, it's spooky.
Yeah, just like, yeah.
No, it's exactly that. It's spooky. It's not spooky, it's spooky.
I want to give benefit of the doubt, don't get me wrong. It's just, like, when you look, like, for example, guys, look at the gameplay.
I'm sorry, but no.
This gameplay does not look scary, does it? Like, how do you make this scary?
I mean, if it became hyper-realistic, but then you're talking about hyper-realistic, which is a whole nother cliche.
Yeah, you should just stay away from gaming creepypastas as a general rule of thumb. Though his life bar was damaged only by 20%. Even the 3 of us attacked him, he did the same thing as Lu Bu did. Then we took the main camp of the enemy with Dongjua as the commander. I did my usual tactic of base fire and volley, then defeated Dongjua. We won a victorious battle after that. Nothing seemed strange, except that both our enemy's great officers both retreated without a good fight. Probably it was part of the tactic, or probably it was just a bug. Later, when I was just resting my... Yeah, it was just a glitch. It was just a glitch in the system, don't worry. Yeah, guys.
Well, it was bothering me how much, like, I know it's only twice, but you said probably, like, too much in the span of, like, 5 words.
Look at this. This shit, like, of all backgrounds, and look at the text. Like, that's just so unappealing. That's hard to read.
I thought it was that.
Yeah, exactly. This is hurting me. And not only that, for some reason I got shortness of breath, guys. I'm sorry about this. Later, when I was just resting my officers as well, aligning myself with others, they all refused my alliance invite every time I tried to renew my alliance with them. This seemed rather odd to me, because I was sending my best strategies with 80% possibility of getting a successful alliance with other kingdoms, and they still refused my alliance offer. After many attempts, I realized I was running low on supplies, so I just took a rest for a while. Turns after turns, when my clock came 2 a.m. in the morning, Satan, Creator Warrior, is no longer with Dongjua's service.
No.
Instead, he became a free officer.
I'm sorry.
Then, no, it's bad. It's bad. It has nothing to do with Dynasty Warriors. It's just there because shock value and, you know, scary. Spoopy. Then, during my next turn, he employed himself to the Bandicoot Kingdom. My decision really made me regret it. I always accept officers who want to put themselves in Player's Kingdom's service. I accepted Satan to the Bandicoot Kingdom. He started as lieutenant and then quickly rise up to become a common officer. Seeing this Cradle Warrior's strength, we placed him as prefect of a certain area. In the first 30 minutes, this Cradle Warrior was really doing good. Until the timing clock read 2:30, things started going wrong. Mutiny started again. Oh my goodness! I'm only halfway through this fucking story. Mutiny against your kingdom if you play as ruler. Only you yourself can create mutiny. If you are only serving a ruler, so this never happened to me before. Only a few minutes before 3 a.m., I waited as I maxed out my investments by donation to the land. I never demand tax because I have the sense of benevolence as well. I improved my weaponry master level to the max as well, and I trained my army as well. By the time it was 3 a.m. straight, only then that the creative warrior named Satan rebelled against the Bandicoot Kingdom from his little land of China has transformed into a great force like the Wei Empire covered half of China. With red color, Satan's kingdom. Oh, of course. Oh.
What color? What?
Red.
What was following after that?
The red kingdom for the red color for Satan's kingdom.
Of course.
Right.
Did they say of course?
No, I'm saying of course.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, oh, that's even worse.
Nope, don't worry, buddy.
By the way, I might be criticizing a lot, but like, it's only because I think that whoever the writer is has potential. I genuinely think that.
Oh, don't worry, I went over all that.
I know, but still, they haven't heard from me, so.
That's true. Yeah, no hard feelings, buddy.
I think that you have potential. I genuinely do, and I'm not saying that to blow smoke out of my bum.
That's a really nice thing. You're such a sweetheart. Player's color is always blue, if you intend to make your own kingdom from the beginning. Dong Zhuo's kingdom on the east was quickly overrun by Satan's force, and all of Dong Zhuo's subordinates, including Dong Zhuo himself, were captured and executed. Luckily for Lu Bu, he had man and escaped while he was injured. I found after Satan's new kingdom erased Dong Zhuo from history. I quickly went to look for Lu Bu, but sadly he's far from my kingdom, so I waited, while in defense of my own kingdom from incoming neighboring invaders. As many battles as I can handle, those neighboring kingdoms were getting on my nerves, so I had to invade one of the lands as well, successfully taking them one by one while another stabs me on the back. So I had a dilemma of choosing invade or defend non-stop. I had a feeling it's done by this malicious Satan Cradle Warrior, after he manipulated Dong Zhuo into making him manipulate the other kingdoms to attack the Bandicoot Kingdom. This made me really impatient that I had to risk it. By invading the other lands and obtaining most of it before— oh my goodness, who dares to call me? What the fudge?
You better tell them that you're trying to record something.
Hell no, hell no. Blah, where we're going. Finally, I did all the battles. The cutscene called Conquest plays. For those who plays DW7 Empires knows this cutscene, it is similar to the Bandicoot Kingdom pictured above. Only this time it's stated on the middle and two common officers on his sides. The final battle is about to begin. Only a small land of the Bandicoots against the entire map of China, fully red. While checking on my enemy's forces, I don't believe it. I see all the officers in each land with Satan. Has he copied himself and recruited copies of himself, or did the Cradle Warrior artist uploaded many copied of PSN users' Cradle Warrior, or did other people download it and re-upload loads of copies of the Cradle Warrior, which makes so many of them appear in my gameplay? Remember, I'm still signed in, so any Cradle Warrior can appear as a free officer, except my own though, because I turned that setting off. I don't think that's actually how it works at all. I'm not sure, but I don't know if that's how it works. I could be wrong. Okay, where were we? I turned that setting off, going back to the battle. While I was shocked to see most of the land with Satans as prefects for some lands. I did my first invasion while the other invaded Nanjang.
Oh my god,
Bandicoot
she's all over
Home
this.
Kingdom.
I'm sorry, but she's like all over this basil plant that or basil leaf that I just gave her.
Good. Very good. Good. Invasion while the other invaded Nanjang. Bandicoot Home Kingdom. This kept going on and on. It was really annoying that due to my temper slowly building up till it burst. I was really sweating out of rage that I continuously invaded land after land till Satan was left with only a few lands left. Still, I'm just going to call him Butthole. Still, I kept showing no mercy till I finally reached Butthole's home. Satan.
Why?
Kingdom. Because I'm tired of repeating that. Although one could imagine like other other creepypastas I've read, I would think the same, like the map would be different, like Orochi just warped space and time. No, I was wrong. The map is completely unchanged. It seemed like normal map. Buttholes, soldiers, and officers were all wearing Wu, like as if they worked for the forces of Eastern Wu. All the creepy thing is, where all the creator warriors of Sun Wukong are present in the map. Mostly my creator warrior creation of Sun Wukong multiplied itself. I said to myself, this feels like a creepy game of Warriors Orochi. It really happens that one of your creator warriors into your gameplay, but it happened to me. This is the second. The first was when my beloved creator warrior was seen as a roaming free officer. Then I recruited her. Back to the game, so I was saying, it is as if my gameplay had turned into Warriors Orochi. Only that there's no Orochi, no snake soldiers, just Sun Wukong and Butthole. It's weird, but I continued on. I checked my clock again. It was 3:30 a.m. So it was the eve of battle. There were many deaths of Sun Wukong as Crunchy Woe, Kai Crashu, or Crashu whatever the fuck, and Kai Zukoko we are together. I was obviously using Crunch, so I ordered my two siblings to both stick to my side, so I wouldn't get killed. We were charging towards the main camp, and I did a huge mistake. While Butthole came out as a commander, I executed stratagem. Face fire. It only replenished Butthole's life due to the fire. Then I executed stratagem volley. Put out most of the enemy soldiers, but not Butthole. The enemy main camp is already zeroed soldiers. Please, hold on just a second. So I don't feel comfortable saying, that name a lot, so that's why I switched it to Butthole. Zeroed soldiers. But the only way to capture main camp is to defeat the commander or throw the commander out of the main camp. So I had to use Mushu after Mushu to throw Butthole out. It's no use, for he has a stratagem called Immovable, which can't be moved by strong attacks. I tried it again after the effect expired on him. Then I was able to throw Butthole out of the main camp, but the enemy soldiers started to refill, so it was no use later. After so much attempt, I received a message from a blank unknown PSN user saying, "You can never defeat my creation. He's undefeatable." I didn't reply anything. Instead, I just ordered both Kai Crasho and Kai Zukoko to defend the main camp. As they were heading for... Are you okay, babe?
No.
What's up? Need a hand?
No.
I receive it. Blah, 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 blah. Where are we? They were both ambushed by multiple Sun Wukong, so I had to order them to get back to my character. What are you trying to do, babe? I seem to... Okay, give me just a second. I'm almost done with this, and then I'll come over there. I think I got like a paragraph left.
Never mind.
No worries, sweetie. Don't worry. I'll be over there in a sec. Oh shit, where am I? Get back to my character. Seeing there's a castle near their location. As they were running, going in the castle, a battle log message says, Sun Wukong has used stratagem lockup. The two were locked up in the castle and ambushed by more copies of my Sun Wukong creator warriors. It seems that Crunchy Woe's two siblings had no choice but to retreat after the castle gates has opened. They barely escaped alive. They're injured after the defeat of our kingdom, due to time limit running out. On the war counseling, I chose the order, looked to increase wealth and power, and rest of my army. Then an envoy comes from Butthole with the threat of surrendering to his kingdom. I refused the threat and continued on. I saved the gameplay. Then just a minute till 4 a.m., another critter warrior came into the Bandicoot's kingdom. Bandicoot's service. He is a handsome, long-haired warrior, a gold shining armor of a benevolent fame type. He's named Angelo. Probably another critter warrior artist made it and uploaded online. I did another battle with Butthole, an invasion again. Did the same thing, but this time I included this critter warrior named Angelo. I did the same thing on the battlefield using Crunchypasta. Still, the Sun Wukongs ambushed us, but I was able to defeat them. Although none of our attacks worked on Butthole except the critter warrior named Angelo. He seemed to damage Butthole until he finally defeated Butthole. Although oddly enough, the victory sign didn't appear. Instead, they just stand there with all my allies just idle, and me roaming the stage. It seems that game has hung or has lagged. I waited for around 5 to 10 minutes. I lost my patience that I just retested the PS3 and went to the game. I attempted to continue the game, but well, guess what? The gameplay file corrupted. Then I look at the upload gallery of the creator of the Butthole Critter Warrior as well as the Angelo Critter Warrior, but they are nowhere to be found. Maybe the artist deleted them. At least it was just the gameplay that got deleted, not my main Dynasty Warrior 7 Empires data. Whoever made this must have made this Critter Warrior out of boredom. But why so intelligent? The answer remains unknown. Nowadays, I'm playing another gameplay, but nothing like that ever happened again. I'm currently using my Mushroom Kingdom Critter Warriors, and he's got a nice little picture down there. Okay, yeah, I'm done, sweetie. Okay, so to wrap this up, this story is largely forgettable. That's really about it. I can't say much more. It wasn't so bad that it was good, and it wasn't good enough to be interesting. It's a forgettable story. It is what it is. I don't know. Tell me what you think down in the comments below, and until next time, God bless, and have a wonderful one, and I'll pray for you all. Thank you all for listening and tuning in. This is Cow King signing out.